Okay.
Turn on studio lights.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hello. Or, as I should just, hello, Adam, the one and only. I apologize for the lateness of starting this, but Pepper taught Morgan about outside, and I could not find Morgan. What's up? Hey, you've not taken a shower since May. That's disgusting. That's gross. Hello, my little Transformer fan. Hello. Sherry, hello to you. Yeah, so I was out on my patio, and it's partially my fault. I was out on the patio, and I did not close. What's up, DJ? And I did not close the patio door. And Pepper likes going outside every now and then, so she ran out, and she was hanging out there. She's fine, but Morgan has never been outside before in the open air. So Morgan was out there, and I had to somehow try and find her. And I just kicked a bunch of stuff, and she came running in. So she's a little bit scared. So, what's up, Ernest? What's up, my friend? Ow, can we please get you a new mic? This, I don't know what's wrong with it. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe try sound settings. I haven't changed anything on this, so I don't know what the deal is. Where is my speakers, though? Literally have not touched anything. You did say that you would make an effort to be here, and it is amazing and fun to have you here. So where's microphone? Output, input. Fire truck for 24 months. Look at you, my friend. Let's see. That? No? Why won't that let me edit it? I don't know how to. I mean, I know that I'm loud in general, but microphone privacy settings? I don't access. I literally don't see where it lets me adjust the sound. So, hey Isaac, what's up? Jaden, hello to you. Zeta, good to see you. In Brazil, hello, Rafael. Rafael. I probably am saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Hello there. Hello, Seeker of the Matrix. I gotta get really close to read because I'm blind. Holiday. What's up, buddy? What's up? Adjust date? No. Adjust date and time. I don't need to adjust the date and time. So, yeah, I don't know. System Bluetooth network. Literally, I don't see like the control for. What's up? I'm dying. City Series Rhinox at eBay for 50. That's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. There's been like a dry up of Transformers. It's like it's disappeared. Raphael, oh wonderful. I do my best. Perceptor, that's true. Have you found Studio Series Optimus Prime from Rise? I haven't found anything. There has been like a dry well of Transformers. The newest episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I have not. I've never watched it. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be upset at me for that because I love Star Trek. Just I've never watched it. So, what did I think about Rise of the Beast? I enjoyed it. It was probably my fourth. I think my fourth favorite Transformer movie. Um, I mean, there were definitely some aspects of it that I think that they could have done a lot better. There were things that kind of weirded me out. This movie was supposed to take place in the '90s, right? So I don't understand why they were using modern day slang. Like, for example, um, what did he say? Oh, so Mirage said something about like that doesn't track or something like that, or he says like that tracks. I'm like, that's something that people say nowadays. When something happens, you say that tracks. That's a modern day, not a 1990s thing. And then there was another scene in there where they said bet, which is, now sometimes, they would be say, you want to bet? That was a phrase, but he was just like bet. And I'm like, that's something that we say now. And I'm like, that just kind of takes you out of it. I also did not like how, just in general, kind of a lot of the beasts were. I mean, it was cool that they were there and everything, but again, and this is why I tell people not to get overly excited about things because it doesn't ever actually pan out. Like I remember when Dark of the Moon first showed up, and one of the trailers was Shockwave, and everybody thought that Shockwave was going to be this big, massive bad guy in the movie, and he never turned out to be. So, Rise of the Beast, oh, cool. Going to be a lot of Beast Wars characters. There was a bunch of them. I don't think Rhinox said one word in the film. Cheetor might have said like two things. Primal and Airraiser were the main ones talking, which was okay, but I mean, again, not really a Rise of the Beast. What do I think about Secret Invasion? Secret Invasion, it's interesting. Like, I feel like they were building up a lot with that, and then the last episode just kind of fizzled. Not that it was bad, but it didn't have that big crescendo. There was not, something big didn't really happen in it. So I'm curious to see where they're going to go with it in terms of setting up future things. Now, I know the whole controversy about Rhodey, and a lot of people are saying that they think that he was a. I mean, we're going to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. That he was a Skrull all that time after Civil War, I think they're saying. But that doesn't even make sense because in Endgame, when the Avengers compound collapsed and he was stuck inside of it, he had to like release himself from the suit, and he still didn't have the use of his legs. And that kind of, and, people are like, oh, well, maybe that the Skrull was faking. A Skrull would not be faking that. They would have been worried about their lives, and they wouldn't have been worried about like keeping, because there was nobody else around. They would not have worried about keeping the illusion up. So I firmly believe that Rhodey, sometime after Endgame, was when Rhodey was replaced by a Skrull. So it's definitely interesting. Ember. Do you think they'll be real? I think it would be cool. I know now. This was something that I read that Michael Bay still has absolute control over the Transformers franchise. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but I've said this a million times. He's a producer on this. People like, oh, a producer doesn't mean anything. They still have to run everything by Michael Bay, and the G.I. Joe thing had to get approved by Michael Bay to be in Rise of the Beast and one of the things was he was really adamant about it. He's like, if you have both of them in there, it's going to water down both of them. And finally they convinced them. They got them on the phone. They finally convinced them to get on board with it. I think it's a cool idea. I like it. but I don't want them to do the GI Joe thing that they did in the past. That would really be kind of boring. Um, Realistically, I think that Michael Bay needs to direct a GI Joe movie. That would be cool. I would be down for that. That he'd be perfect for it. We didn't get a post credit scene. That is kind of interesting that they didn't do a post credit scene for it to kind of tease to something else. I will say that I am really curious about Armored Wars now, which is going to be that originally was going to be a Disney Plus series, but now they've slated that to be an actual film. I'm really curious how that's going to come into play now that Rhodey is kind of there. I'm curious to see what that's going to play into. Oh, Isaac with the Max emoji. Where's Max? Max was around here. The thing about Michael Bay was he knew the right amount of time for cars and for his movies. What? Amount of time? I don't know what you mean by that. He was taken in Falcon and Winter Soldier. That sounds about right. That does sound all right. About right. Have you had the chance to review the what? Transcraft Beetle? I don't know what that is. So no. That the best character in Marvel is Goose the cat. I think we all can pretty much agree that Goose is there's a lot of hype for Goose, and hopefully Goose doesn't let us down. Goose was a girl, I think. Originally Goose was a girl cat in the cartoons, I believe. The problem though is orange tabbies are almost always male cats, so that was kind of a weird one. You looked up his character and it says Rhodey. He was at the Rhodey. He was at the in the museum. Okay, what's up, TJ? What's up, my man? You just watched one of my old popular videos. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Spare my insanity. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm realistically, I do not know how to change the settings on here. I have not changed any settings, so I do not know what's going on, and I don't real time digital. I'll choose. No, see those are. Oh wait. Did I find it? Test. How's that? Is that better? I don't know how that would have gotten punched up so much, but is that better? It was. I did find it. It was like all the way up. Hopefully that's better. What's up, Julian? Hello. Okay, that's better. Okay. Goose could have eaten Thanos. That's true. Hit that like that's right. Listen to Ernest. He knows what he's talking about. Ernest, I had a wonderful memory pop up on my thing today. I think it was today, where we met each other several years ago on this day. Studio Series playlist. Thank you, Seeker. Who here has watched my review of the lightsaber? I'm really surprised that video is not doing better than it was. Maybe it was because of how long it was, but there was just so much stuff to go through in it. If I ever get the chance to do another one of their lightsaber reviews, I will definitely not have to do that much of an in-depth thing. Spare my insanity. That's kind of you. Thank you. You saved it my career. Thank you. Thank you so much. You want cookies? Okay. You got that one as well. See, it's a good, that's a good memory. That's a good memory to pop up. I appreciate that. You saw it and you liked it. Thank you, TJ. Peter Cullen is the best voice actor ever, in my opinion. He still got it. Adam, there's a lot of other voice actors that are better than Peter Cullen. I mean, I would say Frank Welker is better than Peter Cullen. I mean, it's not really good to sit there and compare people because actors are different. It's like saying that there's one particular actor it's like me saying that Tom Hanks is the best actor ever. Nobody ever is better than him. It's not really true. What are you watching on Paramount Plus, Skint? Nine to 10 years? Oh my god. Adam, why? Let me ask you, Adam. Why did you not care for it? I'm curious. Well, again, Transformer fandom. Frank Welker. I mean, is versatile the same thing as best? I mean, Frank Welker did so many different voices. There's a lot of really good voice actors in Transformers. Siege Optimus did it. He did do a pretty good job. Will you buy the Transformers Studio Series 24 and 25 Bumblebee 2-pack? No. Not really interested in it. What is your favorite Hot Toy figure, and what is your opinion on the Masterpiece Transformers with the backs and etc.? Favorite Hot Toy right now is probably Carnage for me. Usually my favorite Hot Toy is the one that just recently comes out. The one that I most recently have the ability to kind of play with. I'm really impressed with Carnage. That turned out great. My Venom should be here Thursday. So you guys voted on my next Hot Toy review. Of course, you picked the most expensive one. But Venom is on his way. Then after that, I think Loki and Sylvie, Loki and Wanda were kind of tied. So I'll probably go with Wanda, just because I no longer have a Wanda in my collection. I sold my Civil War one, I think it was, in preparation of getting the new one. So I'll probably end up getting Wanda or Scarlet Witch, just to kind of fill that. I have the Loki from the Dark World, which I really like. That one's a favorite of mine. I don't know if I can swap the heads, but I would probably want to swap the head with the new Loki from the TVA. That's kind of there's a couple of the TVA ones come out, and then the President one came out. I really would only probably want the TVA one, even though that's kind of boring. Sylvie or Sylvia, I don't remember which one it is now that I'm thinking about it. I always I liked her character, but I didn't view. Now see that it's interesting because that character canonically lines up more with the Enchantress from the comic books, who was the daughter of Loki. So it's a little bit similar. I don't know if they really touched on that in the cartoons, like Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I don't think. I mean, she was there. I don't think. Maybe they touched on her, Loki being her daughter. I don't remember, honestly. Buzzworthy Bumblebee Grimlock? Not interested. Your birthday is next month. You're going to be 21. Love that. Happy birthday, my friend. Ernest, I've ultimately decided no longer to collect the Exo 6 figures. I had a bit of a unfortunate back and forth with the owner of the company, and he and I, you know, I criticized some aspects of the figures. He did not like that. Um, then he decided to threaten to share with people conversations that he and I had had privately, and I'll tell the conversations. I told him, I said, hey, listen, I really like the figures. I really want to help promote them for you, but essentially, I was looking to get some type of a discount on them, and he was not willing to do that. Initially, when they first started, he had sent me Data and Picard, and I didn't have to pay for those, which was very kind of him. And it was, as things continued on, he said that he can't give free figures anymore, which is fine. I said, maybe we can do a bit of a discount. And, I told him, I said, if you can't do that, I can't buy a lot of them at full price, because I do videos of them. I like the figures. I would collect them, but there's so many that they're doing. I was like, I'm still going to promote them. I still would like to do them. And the ones that I really like, I'm still going to buy. So all the ones after like Picard and Data, basically, I ended up buying myself and still plugging X06 with it. And I'm like, this is getting too much, and he was refusing to kind of cooperate with me. And then he started saying that I was trying to I forgot what word he used, but he basically said I was trying to um, screw him. And I'm like, listen, I'm the one that said that I was still going to buy them, even after you told me that you weren't going to give me deals anymore. I said I still was going to buy them. You just don't like the fact that I'm criticizing your pieces now. So he decided to sit there and say, publicly, he says like, well, I'll show everybody what you have said in private. And I'm like, do it, you puss. Like, show everybody. I'm like, I'm not hiding anything. I'm like, nothing I'm doing is wrong. So I'm like, I'm not. So I sold all the ones that I had. I'm like, I cannot support this guy. Um, you know, when you have a conversation, when you're having like a business conversation, and that stuff happens behind the scenes, and you talk, and then for him to sit there and like threaten to out me when I wasn't doing anything wrong. If anything, he was doing the stuff wrong, sitting there, threatening and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not cool. That's not professional. I can't support the guy anymore. Now, that's not to say that I still haven't looked at some of the figures and still like the way that they look. They're at Star Trek Con or whatever it's called. Same as my good friends from Factory Entertainment, who just unveiled. San Diego Comic Con happened, and they unveiled like full on master studio scale replicas of the Enterprise A. Maybe it was an A. Maybe it was just the refit. Um, the Enterprise D, the Excelsior, and just at Star Trek Con or whatever it's called, they announced and showed the U.S. Enterprise that was in Picard, the Enterprise G, which is gorgeous. G for gorgeous. And X06 was there. They showed off a lot of like prototypes and stuff, and a lot of the stuff. Like, I still love a lot of the stuff. I just will not give that man business, and I will not promote his stuff, and I will not. I will not recommend anybody ever do it. Off topic, but what is your thoughts on the Jonathan? I don't know enough about the Jonathan Majors situation, honestly. Um, it's Kang is one of those things where like you could easily replace him because of the whole variant sort of thing. They have built into their system a way that they could easily have a variant. Like Tobey Maguire is a variant of Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like, all these are variants. So it's like you could easily replace him now. So I don't know enough about the situation, Adam, to really have a full opinion on it. So I don't really want to say. You're literally the youngest person here. I don't know about that. What was the last convention you attended? Probably last year, not the one that just passed, the year before, San Diego Comic-Con. I haven't gone to a lot of conventions, honestly. YouTube change like shorts and other new stuff. I mean, I think that they're trying to keep up with a lot of things that other companies are doing. Instagram and Facebook, they have reels. TikTok has short videos. YouTube has always been one where they put longer videos out there. But the reality of things is, for many, many years, YouTube was really trying to condense things. So watch time was always something that they looked heavily at. Having a 45-minute long video and having people only watch 5 minutes of it ruins the algorithm for you, which I'm guilty of. If I could have taken like that lightsaber video and condensed that down into like a 10-minute video, probably would be performing a lot better than it is. But you have a higher watch time if your watch average is longer, or your watch the watch time, which is the average, it's going to be higher if you have a shorter video. So when you have just an average of a whole bunch of videos that have high watch times, that video will get promoted a whole lot more in the algorithm. They changed that several years ago from just regular views, because like one view would count and you get paid on that, which is why people like me, people like Sean Long, Pial, a lot of people that like were around in the early part of the 2000s, starting with like 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, et cetera, we were as successful as we were because we got a lot of views, but it wasn't based on watch time for a lot of us. That wasn't something that they factored into terribly much. So that change really affected a lot of us creators that relied on the viewership that we got. And, just over time, people evolved, people changed. Sean Long doesn't do them anymore. P.O. I don't think really does many. I'm having a hard time doing them just because there's no Transformers that are out. I can't get my hands on any of them. So I'm trying to do reviews of other things that kind of just still put something out there, putting out things that I think that other people would like, people that are in my age range. These Silverhawk figures, people in my age group probably remember watching Silverhawks, but not a lot of people nowadays do. So they run over to watch Prime versus Prime, who he gets his stolen Transformers months in advance, and people are watching that. That's fine, and he's still doing Transformers. Good for him. I don't have access to that stuff anymore, financially or like a connection. I mean, I probably could email somebody, but paying $50 for a $20 deluxe figure, which is basically what Prime versus Prime does. Like financially, I can't do it. If I was still making the money, if I was still making the money that I was making, 5 years ago, totally would have been able to do that sort of thing. But and then once you kind of get off of that, people don't like watching the same review from different people. I mean, you guys are here. What do we got? 26 people here. You guys are all huge supporters of mine. You all probably watch my stuff regardless, and it's all greatly appreciated. But it doesn't reach new people. And if you're not showing the latest thing that people haven't seen 2, 3, 4, 5 times already, it's not going to matter. When I finally get my Beachcomber, when I finally get my Brawn, people will already have seen 2 or 3 other people do the review. So why do they need my opinion? You guys will watch it because you care, you enjoy my stuff, you want to know my opinion on it, but it's not going to reach the masses, and that ends up hurting. So realistically, the reason why he does it and why he pays that money and why I paid the money when I started doing that kind of stuff in the early 2000s was, if you do the video, you will make bank off of all the views that you get. That you can then reinvest into another figure. So it's okay to pay $50 for a $20 deluxe figure if you're going to make $100 on that video review. Make sense? So that's why a lot of us did it back in the day. Grimlock, that Grimlock does look amazing. That Grimlock looks absolutely amazing. Fire Truck, I want to know anything about the train bots, honestly. Are you looking forward to, wait, what? Are you looking forward to the Transformers VNR Volvo out? I don't know what that is. Wasn't Silverhawks and Thundercats? But, you know, I don't think it ever officially was. I think that a lot of people kind of made it into the same universe. But it was such a very similar cartoon series that I think people just kind of put it all together. Same thing with He-Man. They kind of like merged a lot of those together. Original Hot Toy reviews I watched. Thank you so much. And that was another thing, you know, like over time things evolve and change. And I had a great relationship with Sideshow for years. I mean, I have my opinions now about Sideshow. I think that they, as a company, are struggling, and this is just my opinion. But I think that they are struggling mightily. You are seeing them do things that I never saw before, where they are doing a lot of discounts on things. They're doing a lot of deals on figures. Things are not selling nearly as well as they used to. And with them not going to San Diego Comic-Con, which was, they didn't do a lot of sales, but it gets a lot of eyes on their stuff. That really signaled to me that they're struggling and they did not want to pay the money to go to that show, because that show costs to do that show tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it. And it was probably a struggle for them to be able to do it. And again, like, that's just in my opinion, but a lot of the signs are there that they are a struggling company right now. And back in the day when I was working with them quite often, they were very much willing to work with me like I did with X06. They were very much willing to work with me in terms of doing deals where I would get a figure for some kind of a discount or something, and then I could do the review of it, and I would get the figure a little bit earlier, not very early, not as early as, say, Justin's collectibles or Justin's collection on YouTube, who gets them literally 4 days after they're released in Hong Kong, because he's got a buddy, or there's a company that he works with that is based out of Hong Kong, so they get them right away, and they basically overnight them to him. So it was difficult. A lot of people said that I tried to ruin other people's YouTube careers. This is just basically me just like spitballing with you guys. I never said anything to anybody, flat out. They had already known that other YouTubers were doing things that they were not supposed to be doing. And if you are buying figures from overseas, you were circumventing their distribution license. Sideshow has distribution rights here in North America. And if these reviewers were buying figures from overseas, that was circumventing it. I did it one time, and I then asked them. I probably should have asked first. I will say that. But I did the video, and then asked them afterwards if it's okay that I do that, because a lot of other YouTubers are doing it. Not saying who it was, did not throw anybody under the bus at all. And I said, can I do this? Because other people are doing it. I have to try to compete with them. And they're like, no, what they're doing is not. And we know that they're doing it, and we are going to deal with that ourselves. You, though, you posted the video already. It is what it is. Leave it alone. Don't do it anymore. And I didn't. Then they went after those other people and they cut ties with them. That was all on them. That was all on their. You're not blaming me for anything on this. You need to be responsible for your own damn choices in life. And I'm thinking about two people in particular. And they're the ones that did it without saying anything to Sideshow that they were doing it. So they they shot their own foot off. I had nothing to do with it. I never said anything. I never put them on the radar. They were already, their actions already had them on Sideshow's radar. They already knew what those particular people were doing. I had nothing to do with it. And then my biggest thing that North America is that includes Canada, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it's Canada as well. I don't know if Canada does it, but everybody that buys a so like when Big Bad Toy Store sells hot toy figures, like I get mine from Big Bad Toy Store, they are buying them from Sideshow Collectibles. Sideshow is Hot Toys is in Hong Kong. They sell them to Sideshow. Sideshow distributes them to everybody else. So that's where that comes from. Is advanced because he has connections with no. He does. Prime versus Prime does not have any connections with them, not at all. Paul's channel, Kyle, that's nice. I have my own Discord as well, so if you're a channel member, you can join in over there. At Andrew, what's up, buddy? But when it comes down to it, like I said, that happened. And then Sideshow afterwards came up to me and they tried to be more official with things. And a lot of customizers were doing custom figures. So there was a lot of third-party, unlicensed 6-scale figures that were coming around. And Sideshow sent me a message saying that I cannot do that. I was like, well, I'm like, I think I have a couple on there, but I'm like, that's fine. I can take those down. I don't want to rock that boat. But I'm like, does that go for all unlicensed things? And they said yes. And that's where I said I can't do that then, because I have a lot of unlicensed third-party Transformer figures on my channel. And Transformers has nothing to do with your guys' license. So you cannot tell me to take that content off of my channel. So I said, then we're not going to be able to work together anymore. I'm not going to take that content. I will take down the content of the 6-scale figures that I have on there, which, like I said, was like 2 or 3. It wasn't a lot. Maybe the Logan figure. I forgot the company that made it, but I have a unlicensed Logan figure, which is absolutely amazing. I had an unlicensed CW Flash, and then the official one came out. But they were telling me that I have to take the unlicensed Transformers. So like if I had an unlicensed fans toy stuff, they said I had to take that stuff. And I'm like, you guys don't have that license, so you can't dictate to me what I do. So that unfortunately kind of ended that arrangement with them, which meant that it was harder for me to get Hot Toy figures. I mean, I'm still doing them, I'm still getting them. I'm a little bit more picky with them, because like I said, I'm paying full price for everything. So luckily, the folks at Big Bad Toy Store for many, many years have been a great partner with me. And they don't sponsor any videos per se, but they buy advertising on my channel. So they pay me to like advertise, basically, to have advertisements on my videos and my channel and stuff. So I get paid by way of, what do you call it? Store credits. I choose to have that as opposed to getting paid out in cash. So I just take that mostly, and sometimes if I have a lot extra, and there's nothing that I'm going to buy, I will. You guys have seen me do it. I'll do like little sales where I'll be like, hey, Big Bad Toy Store credit sale. I'm trying to cash that stuff out. So I'll give you guys deals on things. I do that quite often. And Just recently I've been getting some of those Hot Toy figures to try to get back up in there. Did you get the original Hot Toys Iron Man? Yeah, I still have all the original Iron Man. I used to have like every Iron Man figure, and I'm like, that's way too many. So I sold those, and I kept all the ones that are primary to a movie, if that makes sense. So like the whole house party thing, I was like, I don't need to have all those, so I sold all those. Oh well, I wouldn't say that they're fakes, but they infringe upon the Transformers license. They're not official. I usually think right now. I met a guy Friday. They might be able to help me get in the music business. I'm also heavily considering joining the Air Force. Oh my gosh, Andrew, that's a lot. That's a whole lot going on right there. My Hot Toy, all those videos are up there. Those should still be up there. My Discord server is only for Optibotimus Plus channel members. But yeah, so I'm excited to be doing some other Hot Toy figures. Carnage is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to get Venom. I think Venom is coming Thursday. Let me see. Let me go to my tracking. That one I'm really excited about. Yeah, Thursday. So that one hopefully a lot of people will be excited to see, because they did just like announce a new Spider-Man video game where Venom is going to be heavily featured in it. Um, however you feel about the Venom films, and like I said, with Carnage as well, the figures are still great representations of those characters, and it's why I still think that the Mandarin, the Hot Toys Mandarin, is still a top notch. The sculpt on that thing is stellar. Um, and even if you don't like the Mandarin in the film, that looks like the Mandarin. They did a great job with him, so you could kind of pretend like he is. Emerald T, what's up? We ever do a public Discord server for non? Um, Spare, I mean, probably not. Just because I wanted to have something that was exclusive and special for channel members. I'm pretty communicative through all my social media, with the exception of Facebook. Yes, my Facebook has been hacked. I still do not have access to it. It still says that it's under investigation, which I don't know what. They haven't asked me anything. So it's rather frustrating. But my Facebook has been hacked. My Instagram, my Twitter, all of that stuff is still up there. And I talk to a lot of people. So even in the comments and stuff, I just wanted to give a special sort of thing, a special place for people that are very, very hardcore fans of mine that actually help to contribute to the channel by becoming a channel member. Range, you can be a channel member from $2 all the way up to $50. Whatever you want to do, whatever you can afford, all helps out to actually produce videos. So like I said, I wanted to give them a special perk that they could have, and that was definitely one of them that was utilized. Theory time. Fury had Captain Marvel contact Talos about replacing him during. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. What's up? What's up, Young Jersey? Fire truck has absolutely, absolutely. Which Kingdom figures do you have discoloring on them? DJ, I haven't looked, and I don't want to look because I don't want to be depressed. I'm worried to go and look at Motormaster, and then I just saw that Hasbro announced like that set, like the full Stunticon set. If they change the plastic on Motormaster in that one, I will be pissed off. I got a feeling. Yeah, I was not very good at Discord. I've gotten better. My boy Adam helped out a ton with it. Avengers Kang Dynasty is that's one of the movies that's coming up. But again, much like Rise of the Beasts, and the titles I don't pay that much attention to. Yes, Kang is probably going to be the main villain in that one, much like Ultron was the main villain in Age of Ultron. But the Age of Ultron sounds like a very like long time. The Kang Dynasty sounds just like Age of Ultron. It sounds like it's going to be forever. I don't think that Kang is, and I've said this before, I don't think Kang is the big bad that we are all thinking he's going to be. I do think that, with all this happening, maybe even going into Secret Wars, I definitely think that there is more of a tentpole villain that's coming around, which could always be Galactus. I think that bringing in the Fantastic Four or Doctor Doom would be a great one. Sucks that we're not going to get Doctor Doom versus Tony Stark. That would always be fun. But Galactus could be like a very big sort of thing, kind of looming destroyer of the planet sort of thing. Doctor Doom, though, I think is probably going to be the next big thing that the Marvel universe is going to have to work on. Emerald has upgraded to Titan class. Weren't you already Titan class, or did you come down? We're gonna be doing the channel member live stream tomorrow, and then after that, I'm gonna try getting the Zoom call going. We're probably gonna do that this coming week. Those were the toe line. No, I saw them, but didn't get it. Least favorite Hot Toys that you didn't want to review on your channel? I liked them, but ultimately, I got rid of them very quickly. After I was not I liked them and I didn't like Electro, which is interesting because like the new Electro that's coming out, I really want. So I just saw that the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, which interestingly enough, again, shout out to Justin's collection because he just did a video review of it. It is not under the Spider-Man 3 No Way Home umbrella of releases. It's the same, it's going to be the same thing, obviously. But they didn't do that. And I wonder if that has something to do with Sony as well. So I wonder if that's what they're going to be doing with Tobey Maguire. We've seen the Tobey Maguire one. They've teased it. They've shown pictures. Looks phenomenal. Andrew Garfield's, though, I do wish, basically it's the same head sculpt as the older version, which I guess is okay. But I do kind of wish that they did a little bit different. But I gotta believe that it has something to do with that. But excited about those. A lot of those Spider-Mans coming out. Really excited. So I still remember the lockdown days and watching live streams like yours made my day. Thank you so much. That's nice of you. Seeker, well, I mean, you can still come to the channel member stream tomorrow, though, Seeker. I expect to see you. Oh, yeah, you were telling me about your PayPal for a while. Did you see the new RoboSyn G1 Grimlock? I did see it. I'm absolutely loving it. I think it looks amazing. Are you reviewing Ratchet? Which Ratchet? I already reviewed Ratchet. I haven't seen Mutant Mayhem yet. I'm going to. I mean, Mutant Mayhem, that's one that I'm kind of on the fence about, just because I don't like the animation. It's very jerky. It's much like Into the Spider-Verse. I don't like that jerky style animation. I know that that's very popular. I know that a lot of kids are into it and stuff. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just like that jerkiness is it's jarring for me. 3 Autobots think we'll make. Maybe. I mean, I think that Soundwave would be a great one to do for RoboSyn. You know, Seeker, I should do some like throwbacks. I don't really have anything throwback related to do though, so it's kind of hard to kind of plan one out. I mean, I do still have like the reissue Beast Wars figures. Got a bunch of those. I was trying to sell them, and nobody seems to want to buy them. Anybody want to buy some reissue Beast Wars figures? Because I got like doubles of them, which I didn't need to do. But you know, is what it is. Studio Series 86 then? Oh, Ratchet! That Ratchet? Did I not do? I don't know. Gotta find it. Thank you, Licia. Thank you. Jitter animation is supposed to be like classical. It definitely doesn't look like it. I don't really have a lot of G1 figures anymore. I did sell a lot of those. I wasn't displaying them, and I said, you know what, like, there's no point in keeping them locked up in a box. I should get them into someone else's hands. Oh, you got really? Rhinox came in at Big Bad Toy Store? I didn't even see that. I didn't even see it. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Am I gonna get a copyright thing for my singing? Ding 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 ding. Emerald T. Is worthy. Paul, you could buy the vintage G1 Transformers and do throwbacks on those. Oh, you mean like the reissues that they're coming out with? Yeah, but see, the problem is like all those ones that they're doing reissues for. I've already done videos on the G1s. It's so incredibly frustrating though. When I'm seeing like one of the things that I'm really frustrated about right now is that my Walmart has not had any Masters of the Universe figures for the past couple years. Literally, they stopped carrying them. There's a toy section, and Masters of the Universe Origins are not there. And Mossman just came out, showing up. Now, I haven't seen anybody say that he's shown up yet in California or anything yet. A lot of it is like the middle of the country all the way east, but literally a whole section of the country is getting them. My Walmart does not carry them, so I'm gonna have to go on eBay to get that, and it pisses me off because it's an exclusive. Oh, please review the NECA Feral Predator. I really haven't done a lot of NECA reviews on the Predators anymore. I kind of stopped collecting those because they became like shitty. You know, but yeah, like, you know, in order to get Mossman is going to be difficult. You know, Emerald, if you're at a Walmart, or if anybody's at a Walmart and you're walking through the toy section and they have a Masters of the Universe Origins section, you see Mossman, let me know. Us channel members. What the long promised drunk review that, I mean, like I said, that was, I mean, the promise was I had to get a bunch. There was I don't remember even the number, but I said that we have to hit a certain number of channel members for that to happen, and it never happened. I mean, I still have, if people wanted to join memberships now, we used to do this. I would take a shot for every time somebody became a channel member. Review Morgan? I didn't really have to do a review of Morgan. She just showed up in my, what video was that? Was that Bumblebee? She just decided to show up. I was sitting there, she just meow. She's a lot more talkative than like Pepper and Max are both very vocal, but she's very, very vocal. Thank you, T. Legend Starscream. Yes, yes, yes. I wasn't really drunk in that video. It was just, it's not vodka, it's tequila. But I wasn't drunk in that video. I was just having fun with it. It was just meant to be a complete overreaction. Siamese in her. She does seem to have a little bit of Siamese. Because of her coloring, and she's got blue eyes. So I mean that also might. I mean Max has blue eyes too, but that just might be the. I don't think it's Siamese. I forgot the other type of cat. Let me see if I can. Morgan. Meow, 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 meow. See if that gets her attention. Meow, meow. Morguna. Morguna. Let's see. Hold on. She's not. She's still young. She's like I can trick her. I am not chugging it. I'm not chugging tequila. Bone Crusher? Nah. Max is an old man. She must be like zonked out or something. Good night, DJ. Yeah, I'm going to be signing off a little bit here myself. But I just wanted to take this time right now. I do it quite often when I do these live streams, and there's a bunch of people here that I haven't seen in live streams before, and I want to thank all of you guys for coming by, stopping in, chatting with me, having a good time. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Why do Maine Coon cats hate other cats? I don't know. Um, but I really do appreciate all your guys' support. It means a lot to me. I enjoy doing reviews because I enjoy doing them. I've always said that as long as people still watch, I don't care how many people are watching. I will do it for as long as people are watching. And granted, a lot of people are not watching it like they used to do, but it really does still mean a lot that at some point you guys have watched my videos and have enjoyed them. And I really do appreciate it. You guys mean the world to me. You always have, you always will. Um, from the highest of my highs to the lowest of my lows, you guys have always been there supporting me. And in a way, I kind of like it now a little bit more because I can have more of an intimate, one-on-one kind of conversation with you guys. I mean, we have 20 some people in the chat. That's harder to do if you double that number, and it's harder to do it even again if you double that number. So I can sit down, I can read the comments, hopefully address a lot of you guys. And so, do you think I should potentially follow my dream? It's easy to not follow your dreams, Andrew. It's hard and it's scary to do it, to sit there and say, I'm going to follow my dreams and do it. But dreams only stay like a dream if you don't try to make it a reality. You can make your dreams real. I really do believe that. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a big Walt Disney fan, but one thing that he used to say was, it's kind of fun to do the impossible. And a dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. So believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody else is. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. So believe in yourself, Andrew. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that is just going to show up. Got to work for those dreams, my friend. And people got no girls. What? That's right. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. What is that mountain? What? Mountain Dew bottle? Oh, you mean this? Mountain Dew? So I'm always drinking Mountain Dew. But when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Just remember that, like I said, nobody is going to believe in you more than you can believe in yourself. So give it a go. So and if you just heard me say that is a giant beep, I did say that. But I'm going to wrap things up, guys. So thank you again so much, everybody, for stopping by. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Believe. Believe, and you can achieve. That's what you got to do. Believe, and you can achieve. So, anyhow, that's enough. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the watches. Thank you for everything. Until next time, this is Optibotimus saying adios, au revoir, and I'll be the same. Good night, my friends. Love you, Adam.